Performance appraisals are the most important part of your talent management program. Because they feed every other process, they need to be done well and on time. When done properly, they help you align and develop your workforce and improve productivity. We're going to show you how quick and simple it is for managers to write really great performance appraisals.
For this tour, I'm going to play the role of Bob Keith, a customer service manager. When Bob logs in, he's presented with his own unique homepage. This is his single, centralized point of access for managing all talent management processes underway, including his own performance and the performance of his entire staff. Since e-appraisal is role-based, Bob only sees information pertaining to him and his employees. Bob can easily customize his view of the data, so he sees exactly what he wants to, and e-appraisal will remember all his preferences next time he logs in. In the yellow area, Bob can quickly see all the tasks he needs to complete. As you can see, Bob is late in writing performance appraisals for some of his employees. Chances are, e-appraisal has already sent Bob an automated email reminding him that he's late. Let's start by completing an appraisal for Aileen Beats. Unlike other systems, e-appraisal allows you to configure your forms to look any way you want them to. In fact, you can even replicate your paper forms to ease the transition to an automated process. E-appraisal comes complete with hundreds of form templates you can use right out of the box, or modify as needed. Or you can start from scratch. It's that simple. In fact, there's no limit to the number and type of forms you can create and use in our solution. Notice that Aileen's employee information, job description, and goals from the last cycle are all filled in automatically for Bob, saving him time. E-appraisal's unique split-screen functionality gives Bob convenient access to all the relevant information he needs, like past appraisals, 360-degree feedback, and more. For example, Bob has fingertip access to Aileen's performance journals, which helps him provide accurate and meaningful feedback on Aileen's performance throughout the whole year, not just the most recent events. Bob can even copy and paste details from the split screen right into the appraisal form. This is a real time saver. To rate Aileen's performance of her goals, Bob simply provides a summary of the results and selects his rating. E-appraisal automatically takes care of all the weighting and calculations for him. Next, Bob will assess Aileen's performance of core competencies. The Halogen suite comes loaded with a library of hundreds of competencies and supporting materials. You can modify them, add new ones, or even import your own competency library. When he's rating Aileen's performance, Bob can quickly see Aileen's comments and ratings from her self-appraisal. This flags any differences for him up front, so he can be prepared to address them when he meets with Aileen. If Bob has Halogen's multi-rater module, he can also use the handy split screen to check the ratings others gave her in their 360-degree reviews. Multi-rater reviews let Bob easily solicit feedback from others who've worked with Aileen, allowing him to be more objective in his ratings and feedback. Even seasoned managers struggle at times to provide meaningful and appropriate comments. Often, they just need help getting started. E-appraisal automatically suggests a comment appropriate for the performance rating Bob's assigned. Now, all he needs to do is nuance it and add details. Like an example of a situation where Aileen's performance was lacking. In order to help Aileen improve her teamwork skills, with a few mouse clicks, Bob can view all the learning activities associated with this competency and assign a development activity. Since Bob also has Halogen's learning solution, he can easily select and enroll Aileen in the right course. There's no need to log into a separate system. This will make it easy for Aileen to understand the context and value of her learning activities and ensure Bob doesn't forget to address her performance gap. The course Aileen has been enrolled in will automatically get added to her development plan and will appear as a to-do item on her Halogen homepage. At the end of the competency section, Bob can see a summary graph that shows him the ratings he gave Aileen for each of the competencies. E-appraisal gives you the flexibility to use any layout you want for your competencies. This form uses best practice long ratings that give managers a description of the different levels of performance, making it faster and easier to rate competencies and be consistent. But you can also use a short rating scale, or even a matrix style, whichever works best. Halogen e-appraisal even lets you use different competency layout styles on the same form. Next, Bob needs to set SMART goals for Aileen for the coming year. Managers sometimes find it hard to remember all the elements they're supposed to provide to make a goal SMART. E-appraisal makes that easy by allowing you to include individual fields that prompt managers to provide all the right details. One of the key elements of a SMART goal is relevance. With e-appraisal, you can easily make goals relevant by aligning them to high-level organizational or divisional goals. This linking helps Aileen understand how her work is contributing to the organization's success. And it's a lot more effective than just tying her goals to her managers. Now that Bob's done filling out Aileen's performance appraisal form, he can check it for spelling and potentially embarrassing or damaging statements using e-appraisal's built-in spelling and language checkers. Aileen's performance appraisal is now done. Bob simply marks it as complete, and e-appraisal takes care of moving it along to the next person in the performance appraisal process. Bob is free to move on to his next task. Now, wasn't that quick and easy? Halogen e-appraisal gives managers fingertip access to all the information they need and convenient tools to help them give employees the rich, detailed feedback they need to succeed, all in less than half the time. And it helps you align and develop your workforce and improve productivity. Watch some of our other tours and see how Halogen's Talent Management Suite can reduce your workload and help make your organization more strategic.